In the late 18th century, smallpox was a feared and deadly disease, claiming the lives of millions across the globe. Yet, thanks to the groundbreaking work of one man, smallpox became the first disease to be eradicated from the planet. This is the history of smallpox and how Edward Jenner became the father of immunology. To start off, let's talk about the origin of smallpox, how it spreads, and its effects on the human body. While its exact origins are unknown, smallpox is not a new disease to the medical world, with the earliest known signs of smallpox being found in ancient Egyptian mummies from over 3,000 years ago. However, don't let its age deceive you. With a mortality rate of about 30%, this virus is not only deadly, but highly contagious as well. Smallpox spreads through direct contact with respiratory droplets ejected through coughing or sneezing. The virus can also spread through contact with contaminated bedding, clothing, and rarely through the air. And if you were unlucky enough to be exposed, you would begin to develop symptoms over the course of the next 2 weeks. The disease began with a high fever, severe headache, backache, and vomiting. After about a week, these symptoms were followed by a distinctive red rash that started in the mouth and spread across the face to the rest of the body. This rash then evolved into raised bumps, which would then evolve into fluid-filled blisters, which eventually formed scabs and left deep scars all across the skin. Well, that is if you're still alive, of course. With the fate of a gruesome death at the hands of smallpox being an unfortunate reality for many, it was only natural that we began searching for a cure. But before Jenner's groundbreaking cure was discovered, there was another method used to combat the smallpox virus, known as variolation. This practice involved deliberately infecting a person with material taken from a smallpox sore in hopes of inducing a mild case of the disease and in turn developing immunity from it. However, variolation was not without its dangers. The procedure could sometimes result in a severe smallpox infection, and individuals could still spread the disease to others, potentially causing new outbreaks. Despite these risks, variolation significantly reduced the mortality rate compared to the natural smallpox infection. The turning point in the fight against smallpox came in 1796, when Edward Jenner, an English physician, noticed a curious phenomenon among milkmaids. Those who had contracted cowpox, a much milder disease, seemed to be immune to smallpox. This observation sparked a revolutionary idea in Jenner's mind. Jenner decided to test his theory. He took pus from a cowpox sore on a milkmaid's hand and inoculated an 8-year-old boy named James Phipps. After a few days, James developed mild symptoms but quickly recovered. Jenner then exposed the boy to smallpox, and to everyone's amazement, James did not contract the disease. Jenner's experiment was a success, and he published his findings in 1798. He called this new method of immunization vaccination, derived from the Latin word vacca, meaning cow. Despite initial skepticism and resistance, Jenner's work gained recognition and acceptance. His method of vaccination spread rapidly across Europe and eventually the world. Edward Jenner's pioneering work laid the foundation for modern immunology and vaccination. Thanks to his efforts, smallpox was declared eradicated in 1980, proving the power of scientific innovation. His legacy lives on in every vaccine administered and every life saved. The story of smallpox and its eradication is a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of a healthier world.